They need us to survive. Without us, there's no way they can survive. Canada's been very, very tough on us over the years. We don't need their cars. We don't need their energy. We don't need their lumber. We don't need anything they have.
Canada's liquor store bans on American alcoholic beverages, in effect since March 2025, have caused U.S. wine exports to drop by $343 million, delivering a major blow to American winemakers. The restrictions, a response to U.S. tariffs, have left most Canadian stores without U.S. wine.
There is not a chance in hell that U.S. alcohol is going back on the shelf.
If he continues to constantly bully us, we can't keep rolling over. We can't keep backing down.
New tariffs or not, provincial premiers are not backing down. But with the U.S. booze ban cited as a major irritant in trade talks, how much has it hurt U.S. businesses? The ban started last February when 8 provinces began clearing shelves and restricting the import of U.S. alcohol. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, between 2024 and 2025, wine exports from the U.S. to Canada fell by $343 million. That's a 77% drop. And a recent study found U.S. exports for wine, distilled spirits, and beer plummeted from $744 million to $208 million, a 72% decrease or a $536 million loss. A big hit for states depending on Canadian customers.
It's hurting us and it's hurting our industry. And I have the Finger Lakes wineries in my region. I have a lot of great spirits manufacturers.
So, was it worth it?
There is not a chance in hell that U.S. alcohol is going back on the shelf.
Also, starting today, all U.S.-based companies will be banned from taking part in government procurement. Every year, the province and its agencies spend about $30 billion on procurement, alongside our more than $200 billion plan to build infrastructure. U.S.-based businesses will now lose out on tens of billions of dollars in revenues. They only have President Trump to blame. If he continues to constantly bully us, we can't keep rolling over. We can't keep backing down.
Canada just threatened the United States to shut off the electricity to over 1.5 million homes in the U.S.
Yeah. But hey, what do you care? We don't need nothing from Canada, remember? We don't need nothing from Canada. We're self-sufficient.
This is now a threat on electricity. And my question to you, and I'm not threatening in any way, but I have a sincere question. What are you going to do if the United States' threat to you is to knock at your front door?
If the United States knocks on Canada's front door, we won't have a trading partner left in the entire world. And how will you fix your hair? I mean, come on. Priorities.
We do. Like I said in my previous videos, tread softly, Canada.
Or what? Let me tell you what Canada's betting on with this whole thing. Canada is betting that the United States, the people of the United States, don't have the stomach for this crap. Based on the history of the United States over the last, 50 years. And you know what? Canada's right. The American people don't have the stomach for this. And the fact of the matter is, Donald Trump would have never won the election if voters in this country had any idea this was the dumb shit he was going to do. He would have never won. You see, Americans talk a big game, but the moment something affects them personally, they're out. Americans talk a big game, but the moment something affects them personally, they're completely out. They're done. And if you don't think that we exist in a global economy, and if you don't think that we would be impacted by the rest of the world completely isolating us for acting like complete idiots when it comes to Canada, you'll find out just how global this economy is. You will absolutely find out. You see, Canadians don't need Americans to suffer more than they do. They just need Americans to suffer as much as they do. Because Americans can't stomach the suffering. Canadians can.
It seems Canada is not backing down anytime. Instead of giving in to pressure, many have united to buy Canadian products only and avoiding American goods. They are also carrying back travel to the US in record numbers. So let's get to see more. Please like and help the video and let me know your thoughts in the comments, all right? Let's get into it.
Canadians are boycotting the United States in record numbers, and well, it's working. It's hurting America's tourist industry more so than we've ever seen before. A new report from Canada's government shows that the United States has lost more than $3 billion in revenue from Canadian tourists that are boycotting the United States because of Donald Trump's administration. In July, year over year, visits have tanked 30%. It's the first time since 9/11 that we've seen such a decline in the United States of America and Canadians visiting the United States of America. The catalyst? Donald Trump's return to the White House, the tariffs on Canada, his attacks on Canadians for wildfire smoke, and so much more. And what's clear in all of this is that if Canadians want to continue this boycott, it will likely only continue to harm the United States of America. Billions and billions of dollars are being pulled out of America as we speak.
That any of this came from Canada is absurd. Of course we have to take action to respond when you're being bullied. And I'm proud of the actions Premier Eby has taken. I'm proud of the actions Prime Minister Carney has taken in response to that. We got to continue to take such actions. But to suggest, people in the United States are suggesting that somehow Canada started this, you'd have to have been in some sort of blackout for the last 2 years to believe that.
Everybody wants to do more with Canada, except the United States. Everyone wants to do more with Canada. We are stronger than when this started. We're growing jobs twice the rate of the U.S. Our FDI is twice the rate of our nearest competitor. That's the United States. It's twice the rate of the U.S. We're the best country in the world judged for infrastructure investment. We're focused on the right things: affordable housing, community, becoming an energy superpower, diversifying. So we're engaged in all these trade negotiations, and we're delivering them, and we're on track to have access, free trade access to 3 billion consumers. That's what we got.
Hi, friends. So the orange clown is at it again. He doesn't like the smoke from the wildfires. Oh yeah, we intentionally lit them just so he could get some smoke. He's going to give us some 50% tariffs in a few things. Dairy, lumber, shit like that. Yeah, you know what it is? Our boycotts are working. I've been watching the reports. Their sales on things are going down because Canada is their biggest buyer. And when we stop buying, we hurt them. When we stop traveling to the United States, it hurts them. Disneyland, unfortunately, because Disneyland is against Trump too, that's fortunate they get hurt. But Vegas, those places, everything's down because Canadians aren't going. So keep it up. Keep up the good work. I've heard some people go, we got to stop fighting, and the premiers are getting together now, and we got to stop fighting the United States and just make a deal with them. You know what I say? Fuck them. Fuck them. Screw that fat orange blob, and screw them. We don't need them. We're diversifying. We're making deals all over Europe, Norway, Germany, China. Let's start doing that. Screw the United States. The United States is never going to come out of this. They've killed themselves. They're done. Let's just keep moving forward and do what we do best.
If Donald Trump went to war with Canada, I would fully support it. Because what y'all have done with these wildfires has completely ruined our summers.
If there is one thing that Americans never have in short supply, it is the fucking audacity. Because where do you get the gall to come on these apps and complain about how inconvenient it is for you that Canada is on fire? Like, how dare we burn? Like, excuse you, I'm so sorry. Like, that there is acres and acres of indigenous land that is burning, that there are entire communities of people who are stranded, trapped. But oh my god, how dare we ruin your summer? Like, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm really legit gonna lose my fucking mind.
Canada is in a challenging position right now, David, because on the one hand, public sentiment is very, very angry. Canadians feel that they are a good, reliable neighbor, ally, and trading partner for the United States. It wasn't so long ago that we went through the drama of renegotiating our trade deal, and we got a deal with Donald Trump. And notwithstanding that, we keep on getting hit by wave after wave of punishment. First, the 232 tariffs. Now, this round of tariffs. And even when Canada has sort of tried appeasement tried to get along, dropped the DST. It doesn't make any difference. In fact, the US comes back for even more. So public opinion is very, very angry. In fact, something that I never thought I would see in my lifetime is that we are now seeing that more Canadians see the United States as a threat than China. Canadians, for the first time in this polling, see China as a more reliable partner than the United States.
So the records have come out about Canadian tourism to the United States, and it's not good. We're losing billions. Canadians do not want to come to the United States anymore. They're boycotting our alcohol. They just kicked the ambassador and every American out of the party for the Gordie Howe Bridge. They're boycotting just about every product that they used to buy from us. But they're not coming here either. The American tourist industry from Canada has lost $3 billion this year. We're only in the 7th month. $3 billion, we're only in the 7th month. Canadians do not want anything to do with Trump or anything, his tariffs, his threats to take over the country, or anything else. And now Americans are feeling that. All of our tourist industries are losing money because Canadians don't want anything to do with the USA anymore.
Canada not wanting to do business with the United States has ramifications that a lot of Americans just don't get. First off, the fact that one of our closest allies doesn't want to do business with us anymore signifies to the rest of the world that our credibility is low. We have alienated one of our closest allies, somebody who has fought for us, defended us, and has stepped into major conflicts to support us. That's number one. So that's an issue. The other large issue is the fact that Canada has been importing our products for decades. And in 2023, they took over $277 billion worth of our products and imported it into their country. 2024 is looking like it's going to be about $322 billion, but those numbers haven't been finalized yet. However, the main point is this. Who's going to buy all of that product that now Canada wants to boycott? Because as we've already seen, they're taking our stuff off the shelves, and a lot of people that have commented on my post have actually said, I look for stuff that says made in the US and I put it back on the shelf. Does anybody else see this problem? Leave a comment.
Trade wars create losses on both sides. Canada and the US are not just neighbors. They are longtime friends, close allies, and major trading partners. Their economies have been connected for generations. Millions of jobs, they depend on this relationship. So when politicians make trade more difficult, it is usually the ordinary people who feel the impact. For example, the US depend heavily on Canadian visitors, but when the Canadian visitors stop visiting, it is hotel workers, tour operators, taxi drivers, airline workers, and retail businesses that feel the impact. You see, the tariffs also increase cost for companies that import goods from Canada, and those businesses, they pass down that cost onto the consumers. That means it is American consumer who end up paying the price in the middle of all this. So no country should think that it is completely independent from the global economy. Modern economies are usually connected. Things like food, energy, technology, medical supplies, raw materials, they all move through international supply chains. So we all hope that the US and Canada can come to an agreement to avoid damaging the good relationship that have benefited both sides for decades. When countries work together, businesses gain confidence to invest, companies hire more workers, consumers benefit from stable prices, and investors feel more hopeful about the future. Canada and the US, they have worked together through wars and natural disasters. So I believe they can overcome this challenge together. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.